right. motherhoodsexmarijuana.com. New logo, new things. Don't forget to come and check us out at motherhoodsexmarijuana.com. Go to our featured products. Yes, check out our $20 one click called A Valentine to My Body. Make sure you get yourself a copy of that book. And of course, to continue to support us, go to shop.spreadshirt.com/MSM gear. New things, new logo, new things to come through and support. motherhoodsexmarijuana.com. I am Kai Storm. This is season 3. Be in the building, G. Motherhood, Sex, Marijuana. Yes, season 3 was such a great ride. We met awesome people. We promoted big businesses. We're not going to call them small. Everybody is big business. Everybody we interviewed on season 3 is walking into their $1 million year just like we are. And we were definitely touched by a lot of the stories we were told. And we definitely hope that we touched a lot of people with the stories that we've told. Motherhood, Sex, Marijuana is a safe space for everyone, not for just women, but for everyone, whether you smoke weed or not, whether you have sex or not, whether you have kids or not. We welcome everyone. And not only did we meet a lot of great people, we went to a lot of great places. We got together, me and Ruby got together when she came to New York. And yeah, if your weed was shit, we talked about you. If your weight was wrong, we talked about you. I'm just saying, we kept it motherfucking real in all 3 of our seasons. And season 4 will be just the same. We will be coming back in 2 months with nothing but greatness. And we just hope that you are here, that you invite others to be here with you, and ride along with us. Motherhood, Sex, Marijuana is very thankful for everyone that catches our episodes and is subscribing to our YouTube channel and is following us on all social media, as well as checking out our website regularly. We thank you, we love you, and be in the building for season 4, because that shit gonna be lit, motherfucker. Cool. All right. 2 people in the waiting room. Ruby doll, like I said, okay. Motherhood, Sex, Marijuana is in the building. Let's get it in, ladies. Let's get it in. What's good, people?
What's good? Hey, ladies, what's up?
Yes, indeed. This is going to be a phenomenon, definitely a legendary show. And yeah, Nicky, Nicole, this is a good time for us to meet up and chit chat. So we glad you're in the building.
What's up?
You guys hear me?
Oh, shit, wait a minute.
Can y'all hear me?
What's up, Queen? Yes.
Yay! Okay. Hi, you guys. Long time no see.
Yes.
Hello.
Oh. Hi, who's that? Your son? Your daughter?
That's my daughter, Sheila.
Hi, sweetie. How are you?
Good. Good, and she's gonna go watch some TV now. Go ahead, babe.
Like I said, we in the building. We doing our last show, and you know what I'm saying. We want to see if you could come through and just say a few words because you was in the building. You know what I mean?
Yes. I've been catching up on all y'all podcasts, and I really love what y'all doing. I love how you're allowing you're really showing just cannabis on a different level, different angles from going to, I love that you went to Stone because I always wanted to go to Stone. And I love your real perspective. I even love when people was trying to come at you for Remy's product. And he's like, I'm just giving my 2 cents. And it was like,
right.
Right. I love how you just expose everybody to just different businesses, different types of owners, just every aspect of the life of cannabis. I love it. I'm so humbled that you guys invited me. Just thank you so much.
Sorry,
I think you're on mute.
Thank you, Nikki. Yes, you know what? This would not exist without Kai, especially. I think that this is an amazing space, and I think that it's kind of more than we even bargained for. No one really knows, the reach. As somebody once said, that popularity is just an accident. So it's not like, and I think we've gained quite a bit of popularity, and it's really thanks to Kai. For those that don't know, we started off with a bunch of ladies, and which is great. We still love all of them, but no one, I think, was as passionate as, about the subject matter as Kai and I, and we've just been kicking ass ever since. And I just really love working with this queen. Real shit. I couldn't say enough. And dude, I love when she put that Remy shit out there, because it's like, we don't have anybody to impress, and we don't care about your celebrity status, and we don't care about what you have. It's like, this is for the people, and it's always going to be that way, and for nurturers alike. And I just think that we could share a bunch more freakier stories, if anything.
I keep going off mute, but real talk, you know what I mean? I just, one of the main reasons why I wanted to include you, because it's like, you know what I mean? Of course, when you're doing something, you know what I mean? When you're doing something and, you feel like nobody see you, or nobody's seeing you, seeing exactly, the type of work that you putting in, you know what I'm saying? The steps, yes, they're small steps, but at the same time, it feel like, you putting 110% and only, 10% see you. So it's like, to have somebody come on and say, you know what I mean? Like, yo, I really appreciate the fact that you be on here. You know what I mean? It's like, and it's not like you're not the only, you're not the only one that has said, but I'm thankful that you're not the only one, because, I've gotten that in the street sometimes when, walking down the street and just advertising motherhood, sex, marijuana, and people be like, yo, I like the fact that this space exists. And it's like, yo, to have a record of it, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? So it's not like we definitely glad you came through, but again, it was just, just like I said, we doing our last episode of season 3, and we wanted somebody to come on and just, basically just say, what we meant to us. And definitely your services meant a lot to us. We still have to, financially figure out a way to get to Washington, D.C. to definitely take advantage of your services, you know what I mean? Or to figure out how to get you to New York or wherever we at. But, you know what I mean? But it's just, like I said, we thank you for coming through, and thank you for, you know what I mean, just being part of this safe space that we created, that we definitely have is moved from where we started. But you know what I mean, we words of encouragement help. You feel me?
Yeah. And you know what I love is that we highlight a lot of voices of Black women, because voices of Black women need to be heard. And so I couldn't do that without Kai. You know what I mean? I can only say much, and there's so many things that don't pertain to me, but I love the Black community. I love my children. I love their melanin. And I think that it's important that we embrace that. I'm so tired of this colorism shit. I mean, it happens within my community as well. And it's just so wrong. And like yourself, being a strong Black woman, educated, successful, that's what the norm is. There's been, I don't know, I'm just so excited to like talk more about your vision as well. And tell us what's changed for you since the last time we've talked.
Well, first I wanna thank you guys for really trying to invite me to come to the New York event, the Cannabis New York event. Even though I couldn't make it, just being able to watch Kai there on the yacht party and everything, the networking, I felt really inspired. I was like, I got to get to fucking New York. I got to get to you guys. So that was the first thing. But since then, you know, I was supposed to be doing this event. It's called Yoga, where you do yoga with go-go music. Because, you know, go-go is very heavy in DC. But unfortunately, unfortunately, the young lady who's having the event, she had to cancel it twice because it's been raining like crazy. And she specifically wants it outside when it's hot and nice because that's part of the scenery that she wants. But every time she rescheduled, it's raining. I'm just like, what is going on with this weather? So, you know, she's going to reschedule it. So I'm just waiting to do my cannabis chair event there. And I've just been continuing doing the chair massage. I put my link on my Instagram page so people can check out the interview with you guys. And you know, I sometimes just go back to the interview and just look at it because I just love looking at, you know, you just look at yourself and like, oh, that was funny.
Yeah.
You know,
you ought to love looking at yourself. You motherfucking right. That's part of self-love.
Yes,
right
queen.
And I just really love the interview I had with you guys too.
It's also a way, you know, where you criticize yourself too, because in my own YouTube channel, I noticed that, you know, I used to do a lot of and you know, so it's like, and even now I still, you know, stutter through my words. So it's like part of watching myself helps me say, okay, this is where you need to chill out. This is where, you know, this is where.
We all stutter. And we good.
And another thing I love about you, Ruby, is I love how you show the motherhood aspect of your life in cannabis and your kids and just how free spirited you are. And I'm just like, I feel like I'm like half of both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I just love y'all vibe. I love what y'all do. I love the people you interview because I'm seeing so many different women from different races and everything. And I love how y'all network. I love how y'all give y'all true, honest, hardcore opinion. That's why I specifically brought up the Remy Ma, because I'm sure her product is good, but I know the packaging, I was like, that shit, like, it's hard.
I mean, honestly,
I want to try it though.
Honestly, in the midst of me talking about Remy Ma shit, I mean, I was quietly hoping that, you know what I'm saying, she would reach out and be like, you know what I'm saying, maybe you got a bad batch, you know what I'm saying, let's figure out something, you know what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, I get it, you know, she's way too large to even notice about it. It was only, you know, all her minions that noticed, and you know, they thought that they could shut me up, and I don't child,
and it wasn't like you were saying something negative.
I don't scare that easily.
Right. I don't think you were saying nothing negative in a discouraging way.
I said nothing negative about her. That's the thing, is that the haters were dead ass saying that, I dead ass was talking about her personally, and that wasn't the case.
Right. I mean,
I love her. I
love her too. Shit,
I love her
Remy,
relationship with Papoose. Shit, I knew about Papoose before she knew about Papoose. Let's keep it real. I'm a real rap head, so I knew about Papoose before she knew about Papoose. So the fact that they are together and you know, he ride or die like a real man should with her throughout these years, hell fucking yeah, I love all of that. But girl, that packaging was hard to get into. My husband had to rip the pussy up. And then the fact is, the weed didn't get us high. It didn't get us high.
And then you also, and then I like you gave your honest opinion about Stone, because you know, you was like, hey, you know, Stone, you have a, when people put a perception of something out there of like, oh, I thought I can get stoned off the pizza and off of this and off of that. I thought I was gonna leave completely high. And it wasn't that. It kind of like, it maybe it's everybody's expectations. We all have different expectations of something, and that's why when people come into my business, I try to say, this is what it is. If you're expecting something that I can't perform or do for you, I'm sorry, but this is what I can perform and give to you, and hopefully that can give you a better expectation of what my services, you know, provides and everything. But I'm going to go to Stone because I just want to have the experience of just going there.
Oh yeah, I recommend everybody to visit and do exactly. That's one of the reasons why, you know, we gave the experience, because also because, you know, it's part of a cannabis community, but at the same time, yeah, definitely go visit, definitely go check these people out, and
I can't wait to go too.
And then feel free to put it on whatever social media and let them know that even though motherhood sex marijuana went there and they wasn't high off the food, maybe you got high off the food. I mean, like I said, the fact that one of the main things that we kind of made a mistake when in the video I said that me and my husband, when we were there, we didn't actually bring our own weed. Everybody in there was getting nice on their own weed, on top of the fact that, you know, the food was infused with cannabis. So
I would have thought that too, like, you know.
So exactly. The only thing that it taught us that the next time we go, because we will be going again, the next time we go, we're gonna make sure and have our own shit. And we're just not gonna be buying Remy Ma shit. I'm just
I'm there. And I love that you go around New York City and you show the different dispensaries and stuff like that. You're really showing people who haven't been in New York where they can go, just the New York everyday life. I really like your short videos. Those are really cool too. So I love it all.
Yeah, because again, for me, it's a completely, you know, it's a 360 from where, because I used to live in New York where you had to buy the weed from a secret location. You know what I'm saying? The secret dude. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Where you could get just as much time as he do if both of y'all get caught. Now you could literally walk past police as you smoking a joint. Like, what the fuck you gonna do? Nothing. Okay, thank you. See you later. Like, literally, you ain't gonna do shit, and it's and again, it also, you know, shows everybody that yes, we are of the cannabis culture, so be part of us and grow with us, and definitely we recommend that everybody that's on our show, yes, you go check them out. You absolutely should go check them out, follow them, check out their business, and invest in their business. Shit, why not? You know what I mean? Why not? Absolutely. You know what I mean? But like I said, thank you, Nicky, for real talk. We didn't really, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we invited you on the show because we for this show, just to give a little small encouraging words to us as we finish the episode. We're glad that you came on. You know what I mean? We appreciate you being on.
Thank you. Yes, I look, I try to promote as much as possible, just with anybody I interact with. And like I said, I really love your content. I love how you guys have really infused of like motherhood, marijuana, and sex. I really found the way to really infuse those three topics as one whole, because I think a lot of people feel like weed smokers are just weed heads who don't have jobs, who don't do nothing, who aren't parents, or who are like irresponsible parents, or who don't take care of their kids, who just ain't about nothing. And it's like, it's totally different now, you know, and you guys implement that. So thank you so much. And, you know, I'm glad you guys taking a break, because, you know, we all need a good mental, physical, and emotional break. And, you know, I can't wait till you guys come back, and I can't wait to see more content from you guys.
Oh,
Thank you.
we appreciate it. We definitely gonna be back with fresh content, but we need, we need a break just for, what I'm saying, for Ruby on her situation, my situation, just a mental, what I mean. Everybody needs a break from no matter what you're doing. No, and even if you on a plantation 9 to 5, you got to take a break from them motherfuckers, definitely. So yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, honey. What you got to say, Ru?
Well, during this break per se for like the third season until we're gearing up for fourth season, we're still going to be working and we're still going to be building content. I think it's just a good way to kind of like keep a marker as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, we've got this going on, and then we're going to save. And so you are actually the reason. You're like one. I don't know how to say it. How was I going to say this? But you are one of the byproducts of such a successful organization, you know what I'm saying, or community. And it's our community. Like, even though we, made up this podcast, we are all motherhood, sex, marijuana, because this is our lives and this is who we are. And I don't know, I'm just so excited. We have been through some shit though. And so we're going to be talking about some really heavy shit as well. I'm all for like the pleasantries and stuff, but I do want to give the people some real stuff. And so I just can't wait to dig into some deep waters today. We're going to be talking about some family trauma. We're going to be talking about homelessness, a lot of shit. Excuse me, my daughter's trying to help me not cuss, but right now you're going to have to let me because I got a lot to say. And so really.
Yeah, fuck that. My kids know cuss words are part of the household. You ain't got to go out there and go repeat nothing I said now to none of them teachers and none of them peoples out there. But mama gonna cuss. Leave her alone.
Awesome. I love it. I'm going to just go ahead and just dive into it. We had an episode about CPS. Did you happen to catch any of that about CPS and some of the things that we was talking about in that?
Yes, I think it was the one where she got her baby daughter taken away from her.
So I actually got my kids taken away from me. Can you go in the other room, babe? So this is what happened. Let me just give you the nutshell of it. I've had 2 biological children who are in my care currently. I had taken on 4 children, one of which is now an adult, so isn't included in this, but we had 3 of my stepdaughters taken from us. So a lot of it was based on bullshit and lies, to be honest with you. When they had investigated me, part of this whole equation, they were looking to take my kids too, because my kids share the same father and yada, yada, yada. And they thought that we was abusing these kids and all this shit. There was a lot of involvement with my kids' mother, their birth mother, who had a relationship with said father. So anyways, it was very sticky. This was actually going on for 2 years. And had I not been blessed with people around me to kind of like help around at the moment, I would have lost everything. You know what I mean? And so I will say this. The only reason why I'm sharing this with y'all right now is because I'm not up in there, but I was in a shelter with my kids because it was that bad. We ended up in a shelter for X amount of time. And thankfully, we've got a plan to get ourselves out. I'm in a whole nother state. I'm not going to disclose where the fuck I'm at, but I'll let you know, Queen. And it's just for my safety. I'm going to do what's best for me and my children. And so I just want to tell anybody who's listening, if you're going through a really hard time where you feel like you're just losing everything, just remember you have yourself. Like grab your heart, grab your chest, and tell yourself that you got yourself. And then from there, you can work on other things step by step by step. I literally lost my home, one of my businesses throughout this whole shit. Not to mention, the 3 kids, but still they were a part of this movement with their mother. So for me, it's like, well, y'all just simplifying my life now. I only have to worry about my 2 kids. I've never been one of those motherfuckers that was like, oh, my biological. I think that that's weak. But how weak would I be if I was over here trying to save the world and not worried about these 2 motherfuckers over here? That'd be fucking stupid.
Exactly.
One thing I learned for sure is, Ruby, take care of your damn self. Make sure you're straight at all times. And then you make sure that these kids are good. And so one thing I am grateful for is when we was in the shelter, I mean, these kids are 3 and 6. They thought it was fun that we had this sleepover with all these moms and their kids all over the place. They have no idea, nor they needed to know, but it's like, I just can't say how grateful I am for the spirits of my ancestors. You know what I'm saying? If you believe in God, then good. You know what I'm saying? I believe in gods. I believe in the gods that my ancestors believed in. I believe that we have God energy. I believe that we can tap into that energy at any given time, as long as we are fully, are conscious enough. You know what I'm saying? So I just share that with everybody. And believe me, I wasn't trying to share this story because it was heartbreaking. You know what I mean? But I feel very triumphant right now. And I never had to pull for myself as hard as I had to right now, but thank God that I did.
Exactly.
You are a very strong person, and I'm pretty sure you know that. But at times when we are at our lowest, because I've been there, I was homeless too. I was living in a car with my daughter at the time when she was like 2 or 3. I had to humble myself. I came back to move back with my mom, and then she needed me because she's sick. She had COPD, seizures. You know, when you take steroids, remember we was talking about like the health, and sometimes you take certain medicines, it can cause other problems. She was taking a seizure, she was taking COPD, like a steroids to help, and it caused her to have seizures. So she needed a caregiver. So sometimes we find ourselves in one situation and we end up somewhere else. And I feel like that's survival mode. And I was telling somebody how I sometimes hate the term strong Black woman, because I want to be fragile sometimes. Treat me like a Fabergé egg. You know, I want to be treated gentle. I can't always be strong. It's exhausting. So I feel like the situation that you've been in, I know, you know, you're in a very emotional state, and I know it's not easy, you know, and I feel like moments like that, we should be our most proud, because if you can get yourself out the mud, then that's where the strong Black woman, or the strong women, or, you know, wherever comes into place. And I think sometimes we don't allow ourselves to give ourselves grace. We don't give ourselves enough grace. And that's sad, because when I was, you know, going through my stuff, I didn't say, pat on the back, Nikki, you made it out, you did a good job. I was still hard on myself. You about to make me cry. So I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. And you got to know that we got to give ourselves grace.
Indeed.
And you know, because in life, things are going to humble us. And there's nothing wrong with what you went through, because that's your testimony to help somebody else out.
Indeed. So
thank you, Ruby, for sharing that, because that's not a lot of people think, you know, sharing your trauma and stuff like that, it's not an easy thing to do, but it helps somebody else out. It helps somebody say, you know what, I can't always be strong. Sometimes I need to humble myself. Indeed. Sometimes I need to go through the mud to realize that I need to do that. You know what I'm saying? Life was never meant to be easy for us, because if it was, then we wouldn't be having these problems, you know. And this is where the open Pandora's box come into place. You don't know what you're going to get. They just God wants to know, your God, your ancestors, all I want to know is, can you get through the mud? Can you get to the end? And you're getting to the end, and that's all that matters. And
real talk, the fact is, you actually got to get to the end.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have to, not only for yourself, but for the children that you brought in the world that you love. You know what I'm saying? One thing I want to say to you, Rue, and this might sound selfish as fuck, but real talk, You gotta look out for you and the kids that came out of your pum pum first and fucking foremost.
Yeah.
No, fuck that, yo. The ones that came out of your pum pum, them important more than anybody else. Yes, you showed love. Yes, you are a loving person, loving of children that you seen needed love. But at the end of the day, if you once the door stopped on that, you walk away confident with the ones that came out of your pum pum and handle yours. You know what I'm saying? Handle yours. Because real talk, I did the homeless thing twice. I did the homeless thing when I went to Washington. I did the homeless thing coming back to New York. And coming back to New York was the real test, because doing it in Washington, they put me in a hotel, so I wasn't really, you know what I mean? It wasn't really, I mean, it was an aggravation, it was an embarrassment. Yes, I had my grown child with me, so she understood what was going on, and she had to deal with the embarrassment too. You know what I'm saying? And even coming back here, my children were old enough, smart enough to understand that we was in a place that literally was not a home. That technically we were not technically, you know, living in a home, and the aggravation, the mental stress to get out of that was just like, yo. And then because on top of the fact that, you know, it's a system, just like welfare, just like in food stamps, all of it is a system. So if they see you, no, it's not even if they see you, they automatically classify you as somebody that's bullshitting, that's wasting their time, that's trying to gas and get every money from them. So when you try to rush them, because that was one of the situations, because when it was time for me to go and actually get an apartment, yo, the system was trying to tell me, chill, wait, we dealing with other people, you ain't the only one, wait. And I was like, no, fuck you, I'm gonna suck, yo. No, you need to deal with me. I am not everybody. I need to get out of here. I need to get my mental out of here. My mental is being constrained in this so-called home you claim you given me. My mental is being constrained. My children's mental is being constrained. We hate it here. We hated it there, yo. Real fucking talk. We hated that shit. We hated every fucking minute. So I was diligent like a motherfucker when it came to writing emails and CCing the CC, finding out who boss or who, and CCing the CC and telling them, look, I need to get out of here. Find my place. Let me get out of here now. Get me out of here. And when it was time to get me out of there, they was telling me all kind of, oh, we have to go and pick up your key. Oh, we have to arrange for you to move your shit. No. I will go and pick up my key. I will pick up my key. Wait for you to arrange? No, I already have my U-Haul outside. All my shit is outside, and we leaving now. We leaving now. Take your keys. We leaving now.
Hell yeah, that queen did
when
that.
I say I bust my ass on a regular to make sure, and it wasn't even a moment where it was like I was patting myself on the back, like, yeah, you finally did it. No. It was just like, you did what you needed to do to get the fuck to elevate yourself and elevate the children, and that's what you did, Rue. You did what you needed to do to elevate yourself and elevate the niggas that came out your pum pum. And that's it. That's the only niggas yes, these people are gonna be on your mind, because your love is never gonna stop for them. But at the end of the day, this is where you need to be. This is where you need to be.
And you gotta understand, and you gotta realize something. They lost out on a real mother figure, a real mother. Put it like that, okay? Because to do what you were trying to do, you were being a mother. And when they get to a specific age, when they realize that, because you gotta understand, you know, I don't know how old the other kids are that you were talking about, but if they're young kids, if they're not like, let's say 15, because I feel like when you're 15, 16, you kind of know what's going on. if they're under that age, that can be conflicting to them too. They lost the mother figure because you're gone. So now they gotta hold on to the only other mother figure that they have. So who you think is really gonna like lose out?
They're in foster care. The 3 girls are currently in foster care. They're living with some families, you know, that I checked out just because I was just curious. But I mean, after that, I'm done, and I cut my ties.
Yeah, that's what you can do. That's all you can do.
Blessing.
You gotta cut your ties.
Because you're gonna lose your mind.
They can't even be with their mother because she lost her rights to them. So they call her and they do it on the low. They're not supposed to have contact with her. But you know what? I had to break away from that idea. You know what I mean? That I had failed in any way. And thank you for saying that, Nikki, because I tried my hardest with these motherfuckers. I mean, Kai knows for sure.
Oh, you failed in no way. You did more than most people. No, real talk. Right. You did more
mental health.
Because
mental health
again, and Nikki, you don't know. I mean, you don't know Ruby like I know Ruby, but at the end of the day, I can give you the idea that she has gone through obstacles with these kids that didn't come out of her pum pum. That's the main thing I want to keep saying, because again, that's what's important to me. If the ones
fact that they're not even your blood and you putting this much effort in it.
To me. So you know what I'm saying? She done went through some things. So at this point, she got to
walk away.
The system has made it clear that she got to cut ties and she just got to do it. She got, you know what I'm saying? And obviously it's literally, to me, I feel that's a better move for her. That's the way to really reorganize.
I just want her to understand that the feelings that she had is because it's just the motherness in her. And that's a natural feeling, because we all in some way, like if I saw your kids and I knew for a simple fact, like I know you got it, but let's say I'm like, girl, I'm about to go get some crab legs. I want the kids to eat crab legs with me too. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you put that much effort into kids that you care about like that, and then they don't see it, it's like, okay, you did your best, walk away, because you're going to lose your stand. And I get what you're saying, because it's like, worry about your own kids, because then they might feel neglected. Why are you paying so much attention to these kids and not us? And we came out boom, boom. So I get what you're saying. That's why so many layers. That's why I said walking away, but that's deep. So I understand, because it's just the woman and mother in you, which is why I see the way you guys are in your content is what make you so fucking real, because you're exuding what you're also showing. Sorry, I'm high. So.
Thank you, Mom.
Shit, we all high, girl. Stop playing.
And you know what? On some real shit, Queens, on some real shit, I noticed that I had this hero complex. Okay, you hear me on this? I felt like I had to save everything, and I'm so glad not to feel that way no more. I don't have to save shit. I need to save my damn self.
You gotta save you. You gotta save you, and you gotta save the 2 kids, and that's basically what you gotta work on. You know what I'm saying? You're in a new situation. You're just gonna be starting off fresh, thinking about them too, and literally that's what it is. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like, and honestly, it's not like whatever lessons you installed into them, because trust and believe, just when I was talking about this with my own self earlier, that my mom installed lessons into me that I did not acknowledge until, you know what I'm saying, until I had to. And then I had to say to myself, okay, you know, she was right. She was actually right about some shit. And the fact is, that's what's going to happen with them. They have lessons, they have memories, they have things that's installed into them that's never gonna go away, that they always gonna remember. You know what I'm saying? And at some point they're gonna acknowledge where they was right and where they was wrong. They're not gonna tell you, because I ain't never told my mother where she was right. Fuck that. Nah, she don't need to know she was right. My point is, just me acknowledging is good enough for the spirits around me. I ain't finna tell her nothing. Fuck that. But what I'm saying is, that's how it's gonna go. That's how it's gonna go. That's how life recycles itself. We install, you know what I'm saying, lessons into everybody we encounter and we touch. And eventually within themselves, they acknowledge where, you know what I'm saying, where it was right, where it was wrong. You know what I mean? Right now, and then, you know what I'm saying, the fact that these are teenagers, these are straight up teenagers that, you know what I mean, that we all know when we were teenagers, we were smelling ourselves. We thought everything we knew was right. You know what I'm saying? We figured our friends was G's. You know what I'm saying? It took lessons. It took fucking experience to realize who was real, who was fake, and you know what I mean? And they gonna go through all that. And when it is time, they will realize that. Trust and believe. Whatever you installed in them is still within them. It's definitely within them. But right now, the spirits around you are making it clear to you that you need to concentrate on you, your 2 kids, and your new start.
Thank you, Queen. I want to say thank you to you, Kai, because I pulled from Kai's strength on this, especially when we was in the shelter. And she would hit me up like almost every day. Like I wouldn't hit her up because I'm just going through it and I didn't talk to anybody. But this Queen was always like, "Hey, Queen, you good? Grand Rising, how you doing?"
I know your mentals is hitting you. You looking around at the spot. You know what I'm saying? And then then the people that's around you, because there's people that's around you that's living, that's chilling on the shit. I mean, I used to see motherfuckers buying fucking big screen TVs and bringing it into the spot. And I'd be looking at them like, you bringing in a big screen TV. Word.
It's baffling. It's mind-boggling.
Like living here. No, this is when I become real bougie and go, yeah, Flip.
It's not format. It's not meant for that.
I'm too good for this.
Stepping stone.
We too good for this. We don't want to hear. We don't live here. We don't live here. No, that's when I start real become out, because because again, and see, that's the system that I had to fight, because the chicks that was in control of the movements was literally like, you could wait, chill out. Nah. Well, I got a whole bunch of people. My name ain't a whole bunch of people. I special, I different. Work on my case. Let's go, bitch.
That's what it takes. You have to advocate for yourself. And really anybody, if anyone's listening to this that is in a similar suggestion, please, like, aside from the comedy and the tears, just know that there is always options. There is going to be somebody that knows how to help you, but you have to help yourself first. And yeah, a lot of government workers, I mean, go to the DMV. People don't give a shit, but that doesn't matter. And don't let it stop you. You can be triumphant, everything. Nikki, thank you for those words. Thank you both. You have no idea how much this womanhood energy is helping me right now. You feel me? I didn't expect to cry on this shit, but I'm not going to hide my tears anymore. And you know what? I feel you. I don't want to have to be the strong one all the time. I don't want to have to figure it out all the time. And until I can have a partnership that I truly feel like, okay, we in it. There ain't gonna be no partnership. It's just gonna be me figuring it out. And that's okay.
Yo, I mean, ma, sometimes that's needed, yo. Real talk, sometimes that's needed.
And I just want to say,
around you are definitely making it that you know what I mean? Shit happens for a reason. I say that shit.
That's what exactly I was about to say.
It happened for a fucking reason.
We're still learning lessons.
Start fresh, new, you know what I'm saying? Refresh, release, release, all those fucking R's. Them shit's important, yo, no matter what they are. Those shit's important. And encouragement is needed. Again, encouragement is needed in everything you fucking doing. You need to feel like somebody is not only behind you, but is definitely like, yo, you need to talk, you need to release stress. Because back in the days I used to have a fucking PlayStation, literally, and I didn't give a fuck about and it wasn't because I wanted to, you know, I was some kind of gamer and I, you know, was trying to get the high score. No, I literally would jump on a PlayStation and play Resident Evil, because Resident Evil was just a game where you just shoot and bloody kill everything. You got big guns, big stabbing knives, and I would sit there, and that's how I would release stress. I would smoke and kill every fucking thing. And it made me realize that literally every you need a release. You can't hold it in. You hold it in, you fucking go crazy, yo. You fucking you hold it in, you gotta release it. You gotta, whether you releasing it by, you know what I'm saying, just talking to yourself, just, you know what I mean, however you do it.
No, you do you know how I was telling y'all how I got so deep into my creativity of my business and the show? That's my release. Like your PS, playing your PS and stuff. When I design my garden, it's something about designing that garden, because my garden is different. If you really just scroll through my page fast, every garden is different, and I feel like it implements where I want to be because of how I'm feeling. So
That's beautiful.
So I think when you find that whatever it is, like she got hers, I want to see you play. I want to see you play. I want to see.
Trust me, I don't have that PlayStation no more.
You know,
I don't have that PlayStation no more. But
are you a gamer?
Man, listen, I would sit there for hours, like.
Do you still game?
No, actually, I don't. Right now, for the most part, what I do is I just fucking, if I actually just talk it the fuck out. 9 times out of 10, I hit my YouTube channel, just talk it out, or hit the Instagram channel and talk it the fuck out. But back in the day, literally that was my release. I had the oldest PlayStation. I think it was the first one. So that shit didn't cost me no money. And I had one game, Resident Evil. And I never got off level 1, because level 1, all I had to do was kill all the fucking, what? Everybody came at me, bitch, fuck you.
Gone.
Bitch.
That's hilarious. What? I did not know that story.
Death and destruction everywhere. Every fucking where. And when I got off the game, I felt good. You know what I mean? But
that's right.
Literally, I felt fucking awesome. I was like, yeah, I killed like 90 motherfuckers. That was nice.
Yes, Ruby, when you find when you find that itch, that whatever it is, and then you probably have it, you just don't know it, because it's probably something every day that you do. It could be cooking, it could be whatever. Once you get that, that's what you need to put your focus on, you know? And then go from there, because when you ever feel like when you spark and then you and your creativity or whatever it is you're doing, you feel like you leave reality just for a second.
Oh yeah.
Yes, definitely. Because
it's like leaving that matrix.
That's how I think about ideas. 9 times out of 10, I think about ideas about the podcast, and I'll just hit her up and be like, hey Queen, you know, I think we should do this because yeah, I was sitting here smoking. I ain't even gonna tell you I'm sitting here smoking and thinking about shit, but you know.
It's that genius that's in all of us. And it comes out when it comes out, and marijuana does help. I haven't smoked for the last 2 days. And I haven't done it only because I'm trying to save some money, to be honest with you. I kind of want to see how I feel and how I can console myself without it. I'm just curious.
You know, you're supposed to detox. If you smoke within a month, you're supposed to give your body 1 week of flushing it out with water, you know, and just eating your fruits and veggies, because the first time you smoke, you're going to be higher than high. So you're actually doing a great thing.
I would love to have that experience. I wasn't getting high anymore either. I'm just like smoking just to smoke because I feel like this is my thing. And it's because my mental health, it wasn't in the right space. You know what I mean? It still is trying to get there. But mental health is so important. It's why I feel like the other children, you know, they have some deep-seated issues too, that it's okay that I can't deal with. They need some clinical help. They need some more things, some more resources. And but my mental health, I realized how low I could get. Like, it was really scary. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm always like, hey, positive thinking and do your affirmations and all that shit. But it's like, well, what if it's not working in the moment? You know what I'm saying? And so I really appreciate this conversation. This is so fulfilling. And I feel very fed with you all right now.
Oh, I'm glad we had it, real talk.
Of course.
I'm glad it you know what I'm saying? Because obviously you need it, and we all need, you know, affirmations based on, you know, the things that we're doing as women. You know what I mean? Because like I said, you know, when you're doing something, you know what I mean, you want people to pay attention to you. You know what I mean? I walk around with this fucking shirt, and I'll see people just kind of peek the shirt and be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? But again, it's like just a small peep is that's good enough. It's a small step, and we all need to know that we're being seen by what's going on, and at the same time, we also need to know that it's okay that, you know what I'm saying, shit is happening, and it's okay that you know what I'm saying, we might be going through it, but we definitely gonna stay strong, stay positive, and keep fucking moving forward. Nothing in the world that could come through other than fucking death that could stop from the complete come through. No, I'm not. No, as long as I breathe, as long as they breathe, as long as everybody around me breathe, I'm going to continue to do what I need to do to take care of myself, to make sure everybody's mentally healthy, make sure everybody is definitely high shit. All the grown people that need to be high in here, definitely, because shit, honestly, when you said a week, I was like, my chest fell out like, oh, a week, bitch. No, there would be death and destruction again. No, there are two very grown motherfuckers that live in this house that absolutely need ganja on a daily basis.
Well, here's the thing. What if you took a week from smoking and you consumed it differently? What if you tried using suppositories? What if you tried
here she go trying to play with my pom pom. See, I told Ruby when she was trying to talk about the suppositories. She was like, "Oh yeah, it's really good." No,
I love them things.
I kept telling her, no, I don't want nothing in my pum pum other than my.
Okay, hold on. Well, what if you just what if you just consumed it not in that way? What if you just consumed it eating? All I'm trying to say is I want to show people you can use cannabis in a other holistic way, because you got to realize as we get older, as we get older, our lungs ain't gonna be the same. You know what I'm saying? So we want to consume cannabis, continue to consume it. We gotta give your lungs a little bit of break, baby. Like but
that's what I do 7 days. I mean, when I go to work, I'm giving them the lungs a break. When, you know what I'm saying? When I'm sleeping,
at least 8 hours.
Giving my lungs a break. That's at least 8 hours. I mean, I think that's a good amount of time. Shoot, because my husband in that room right now getting high as fuck. I'm sitting right here with you. He's just like, give her the break.
I just want you. I'm just saying, like, and you gotta start slow. So you can't start at 7 days.
You know what I'm saying? You don't understand. Because New York City, another thing is the new aroma of New York City
is weed.
Because people like to say that, yes, you go to New York City, all you're gonna smell is garbage. Yes, that's true. You do smell garbage, but best believe a marijuana is a main. It is a main
ingredient for everything.
From the train station all the way walking your ass to the goddamn 9 to 5 plantation. You gotta.
Maybe they do it at church now.
Don't like weed when you love weed. I'm just saying. I'm at the 9 to 5 pretending I don't love weed, but as soon as I go downstairs and I walk past the doorman and he taking his afternoon puff, I mean, I gotta act like I don't see him.
Okay, what's your take on edibles?
Is that indica? I'm saying, I'm not asking no questions.
How are you with edibles?
The last time I had edibles was in Seattle. I got these little muffins, and when I say them muffins was so good, I was popping them shits in my mouth and at the same time. And then the next day, I didn't wake up for the alarm, and I went. And so that was the last time. And see, in New York City, edibles, they like to sell these little bars of chocolate that are maybe about this big. They like to sell them for $25. And my cheapo ass can't spend $25 for a piece of chocolate when I know for a fact a Hershey's costs $1.50. A Hershey's costs $1.50. No, I know it's not infused, but what I'm saying is it's gonna give me the chocolate.
It's got the fucking lip and whip, baby.
$1.50 one, not the $25 one, not the $25 one. I'm gonna be mad at the $25 one.
You know what I realized about edibles? I thought that they weren't doing anything for me, or I was just like engorging them, but it has to do with my digestive system, I realized. So anybody who has like liver issues or any like digestive gut problems, you might find that you either don't get high, or it takes you like a long time, or then you like overdo it, and then you just, there's just like proper dosage issue. But one thing that really works is drinkable, because it hits me every time.
The tinctures.
There's tinctures, but they have actual drinks like grape flavor, water, pink lemonade, just all kinds of different drinks. I would stay away from the carbonated ones because they made me throw up. But if you have a drink that's like, we sell like these majors in the store that I used to work at. It's like 100 milligrams of THC. One sip is equivalent to about 10 milligrams of THC. And I'm telling you, 1 to 2 of those sips, almost instantaneously. They are pricey, but I feel like those work better with like the edibles for me due to how my body works. Okay. So it's really good to know how, your body works. And Nikki, I love that, that you give that message. It's very important. And yes. I love Kai's response. Kai's response is she's just who she is. But
I love it though.
I love to know. It's good for us to know, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I have taken breaks in my life. Pregnancy has forced me to take breaks and things of that nature. And then, I remember after I had my second child, I did take like a good year break of smoking weed. But shoot, the way my life is set up right now.
Let me ask you a question. I used to work at this cannabis dispensary, and a young lady there was pregnant. Like she was pregnant, like 7-8 months pregnant or something like that. And she was doing cannabis every day. And I didn't understand it, and I was curious because it was my first time and I got scared, Oh,
I definitely did it because first of all, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Tell
me about that. Like, do you know medically? How does that work? And do you know if you have the dosage and how does it, if it don't, or if it do affect the baby? Because I always wanted, since I do cannabis so much, I want to have twins. I don't know why I got this craving. I just want to have twins. And I'm afraid because I've been doing cannabis so much. I don't want to say I have I don't want to say addicted. Let's say I have a schedule on how I like to do my cannabis. When you get pregnant, that's hard to wean off. And the reason I just bring the suppositories up so much because I have a lot of pregnant women who buy them. So I just wonder, how does that work? Because it's in your bloodstream, but it can't get in the baby's bloodstream, right? Because I was asking the mom when she breastfeeds, usually when you drink, you empty out the breast milk, however time it is. You can't use that because it has the liquor in it. I always wonder, is marijuana the exact same way?
I mean, yes, I from my experience, I definitely, because of course, first of all, with my first pregnancy, I didn't find out that I was pregnant till I was about 3.5 months. And then even matter of fact, I think like damn near all 3 of pregnancies, it took a minute for me to find out that I was pregnant. So of course I was smoking up until then. And then it was a situation where you know, I stopped smoking, but I would smoke when, you know what I mean, just to like help me stop being nauseous and shit like that. Like, you know, in order for me to get to eat and shit like that. But, you know, but with my third baby, I definitely was scared smoking weed with my third baby, because with my third baby, I was living in Seattle, and the weed in Seattle is quite strong, honey. When I say extremely strong, I mean, with the first two, I was doing a lot of Reggie, so Reggie was cool when I was doing it. But in Seattle, I was hitting that crack, and that crack was telling me, you know, I mean, I felt the baby moving slow in my stomach, and then I was like, oh man, see, now I feel bad because I just want to get high, and she in my stomach high as fuck right now. Damn. but they came out fine. They were definitely, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing. I never got into no situation at the hospital where, you know, where they were like testing their blood and finding, you know, marijuana in their system and coming at me no kind of fucking way. I remember Ruby telling me a story like that it happened to her with her baby, but for me it was never a situation, and my kids are fine. Shoot, my oldest at 24, she's 24. She smoked just as bad as me. She would look at you crazy if you told her to take a week break. That chick got a whole vape pen that she be hitting on the train every now and then. She just hit it. I bumped into her one time on the train. And that chick was just sitting there high as hell. And I was like, yo, you all right? And she just pulled out her pen and gave it to me. And as soon as I hit it, I was like, ooh, you got some good shit in here, shawty. Let me here you go. We just bumped into each other on the train. And so, yes, my child.
My daughter is already asking me when can she's 14, and she's asking me when can she smoke weed. And I was like, we have to discuss it, because I feel like kids can do marijuana at a young age, a certain age, but I think it's how it's consumed.
Right.
I think they
CBD is amazing. Yeah.
I think they should. Sorry if you hear bang, they find fireworks.
Oh yeah, fireworks don't end as soon as they start from fucking July 1st. They don't end. Not in the hood.
Like right by my window. But yeah, so you know, I think kids should be able to consume, because I told you I have a family member who has ADHD, same age as my daughter, and I don't like the meds that they gave him. So I, you know, with permission, I gave him a portion. I gave him like 25% of like an edible, and and I talked to his mom about it, and you know, I was like, hey, you know, I really think you should introduce CBD or edibles to him. And I said, and she agreed, because she smokes weed, you know. She does cannabis food, like real food. I would love for her to do an interview on y'all show, because I got high off her French toast. I ate like half of her French toast, just like how you say when you eat the food. And when I got up, I felt like a zombie because I had accidentally overdosed. But you know, because it was so much in there, you know, you got to be careful when you eat food. But I think for kids, I really think that would be nice to introduce. Like, I'm really trying to figure out how a bill or something could be written, and it should be written prescription wise, just like how they do it for adults. Absolutely. I think the same can be done for kids, and I really think it makes a difference. I don't understand it. It's
whatever the
freaking plant.
Your house for your kids to make sure that they okay. It is your business, because literally we just met like these people that do like cannabis accessories, and they told us a story about how their daughter was fucking just falling out, like for no reason, just passing the fuck out, and they was giving her these meds, and the meds wasn't fucking helping, and come to find out what helped was her smoking weed. Literally stopped the whole fucking passing out. So it was just like, well, shit, let's go get some weed for your ass, because what the fuck we don't want you to do is be passing out every fucking minute. Like, what?
You know what?
I've seen that with epilepsy.
Exactly. And weed does cure CBD and THC. There's so many compounds. That's the thing. We only where we talk so much about THC, but there's CBN. CBN helps with sleep. CBG helps with that euphoric, that happy, it's actually the mother compound, the CBG. A lot of sativas have that. That's why people tend to be euphoric, uppity. And the main thing though, that we don't talk about enough of is how our bodies have an endocannabinoid system. I ain't lying about this shit. We just discovered this maybe 150 years ago. So it's our body, or maybe even less than that. Our bodies have an endocannabinoid system, and this plant, this glorious God-given plant, has these compounds in it: THC, CBD, and a whole bunch of other shit that we don't even know. They're still discovering. We probably know like 100 of them. So all of these compounds that are in the plants, they connect or they attach to the receptors in our body, therefore helping us to sleep, helping us to feel wellness. So it's so much more than just getting high. And when this family told us about how their 19-year-old had to start smoking weed, thank God for the grandpa, because I think the grandpa was like, why don't you just smoke some weed?
Yeah, that's right. It was a recommendation from the grandfather that even led them to even thinking about getting her some weed, because the grandfather was like, shit, get her high, maybe she will fucking stop passing out. And literally,
and lo and behold,
for her.
And of course, there's other ways to inject, better ways than smoking. And I've struggled with that too. Like, I love me some blunts, but at the same time, I'm like, damn, this tobacco isn't so great. But it's like, and that's why educating ourselves is so important, and just knowing that these products are out there. I love tinctures. I feel like it's just like you're kind of like, it's like almost an instant effect. You don't have to wait 20 minutes or 10 minutes, you know what I mean? And so I'm really big on, actually, throughout my pregnancies, all of my pregnancies, I smoked till the very argument with my doctor, who told me that she was going to call CPS. That bitch did call CPS. They were all up in my shit, because of course my kid's blood is going to have THC in it, of course. But y'all motherfuckers are over here every 15 minutes doing all of these vitals. You don't see anything wrong with them. You did the ear thing. The ear thing's good. You know what I'm saying? Because we need to destigmatize all of these ideas that this shit's bad, or that we need to prove. We don't have to prove that marijuana is good. It's the idiots out there that don't understand. And this was a medical professional that was arguing with me. And I said, hey, look here, I did some research myself. There's a whole slew. They did a whole what's that called? Study on women in Jamaica, particularly heavy users, moderate users, and users that didn't, or people that didn't partake at all. They did this test for years, checking not only the moms, but the babies that came out of these. Not only were the babies that consumed marijuana more social, they were also more confident, or something like that. It's a whole thing. And of course, you would want to do a study in Jamaica where it's prevalent and the culture is accepting of it, right? I don't know. I'm sure that they've done studies across.
The weed is actually being grown on the land, therefore it's all natural.
Right. Thank you for saying that too, Queen. A lot of y'all may not know this, but a lot of farmers may use pesticides and things that aren't so good for the weed. In fact, these pesticides can get you really sick. So if you ever have a bad trip, find out where the fuck that weed came from. Find out who the grower is, or whatever. A lot of, when we're over here buying from dispensaries, we have the luxury of having like these little labels that have these numbers on it and everything like that. Numbers don't mean a lot to me, but when I see,
there's the difference. There's the magical fucking difference, because in New York City, trust and believe, because I've hit a lot. I ain't say I done hit all of them, but I hit a lot of these places. And a lot of these places, first and foremost, they don't stay, their bags are not sealed. They damn sure don't have no label. And when it does have a label, the minimum information is very minimal. There's no such thing as you can, you know what I mean? So the possibility of you getting, CBD, posing as real weed is there. And then the possibility of, you know what I'm saying, you getting, Reggie, sprinkled with something that smells like, exotic and they selling it to you for exotic. Or like another thing that of course that I've definitely called out, because my husband has actually a fucking scale, is when you fucking go there and you buy 7 grams, you think you buying 7 grams, you bring it home and it's 6.9, and the chick get upset because you tell them, yo, you sold me 6.9, and she go, oh, that was only 1 point, bitch, but I paid for 7. I ain't paid for 6.9. Wait, are you mad? Because I was supposed to just give you my money.
On you guys for that, for whoever's.
Yo, I call that shit out. We call that shit out on a regular basis, because again, the weed expensive. We don't know where it's coming from. You know what I'm saying? We trust in you giving us actual weed, and you giving us the price that you saying is $80 for 7 grams. Okay, we're gonna give you $80, and then we get it home, and it's not a 7 point on a fucking scale. Makes you want to fucking travel with the scale and looking at them, be like, yo, we got a conversation to have right here, because I'm gonna put it right on the scale in front of you, and if it says 6.9 and not 7, then we got an issue, right or wrong.
Let me ask you a question. How often do you think that happens? I'm pretty sure it happens a lot, but do you think it's intentional that they do that, or do you think that they not scaling their shit professionally?
I don't think it's. I think in some instances it's definitely intentional, because based on the fact that, you know what I'm saying, so in certain places that I have bought weed, I know for a fact a motherfucker's just dropping a couple of nuggets and telling you that's $30. He not weighing the shit. You know for a fact he not weighing the shit. You can't tell me you weighing the shit, because when you pick it up and you feel it, and you telling me this is a 3.5 for real. You
Now, okay, because I'm very curious. I'm very interested in this. This is so interesting. This gonna do some research. I'll do some research myself.
Girl, I'm telling you, that's one of the main reasons why my husband actually got a scale. Like,
so do you think, so they definitely, so this is definitely like a real thing, like a huge thing, where it's like what is it, inflation or something, like for inflation for less than what you're getting? In a sense,
I think basically because it's a market, it's a new market coming up in New York. Like, it's literally, and the fact is, New Yorkers are straight up all about entrepreneurship. Ain't no, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody waiting for no fucking official to say, oh yeah, we got licenses to do this, we gonna do this. No. We know for a fact the cops ain't gonna stop us, so we're gonna buy us a truck, we're gonna buy us a table, we're gonna set up on a corner, we're gonna do this, you know what I'm saying? And that's it. And we're gonna be charging prices and telling people fuckery. You know what I'm saying?
American way. And I feel like
I'm not saying that everybody's doing it, but the fact is, I know for a fact it's being done in certain places based on the fact of how I have moved. That's one of the things I have talked about on Instagram, or I show regularly, because it's like, yo, as a mom, we spend a good amount. Shit, Ruby even said it one time. Yo, we spend a lot of money on weed. Yeah. So if a motherfucker is getting us, why not talk about that motherfucker? Why not pull that motherfucker out? You know what I'm saying? And the fact is, like I said, that's one of the main reasons why my husband had bought a fucking scale, because we will go places. We go on date nights, and we will walk down certain streets in areas, and we'll bump into certain places, and they'll say, yeah, that's a 3.5, and we looking at it, and we can, and shit, like a drug dealer can eyeball a fucking a ball. We can eyeball a fucking 3.5 and know that ain't a 3.5. Never mind when we get it on a fucking scale and it says 2.8. And it says 2.8, and you done charged us, you know what I'm saying? So
Just all wrong. And you know what, guys? I think that with because in Washington, the liquor board or whatever, whoever regulates liquor and cannabis and all that shit, that you couldn't get away with doing that. They would lose licenses and everything. But yeah, I mean, at the cusp of the
Oh
legalization
yeah, in
in this
Seattle,
thing,
I got.
there's gonna
Let me tell you,
be
I got spoiled like a motherfucker in Seattle. You could walk. Do you know for a fact whatever you pay for, it's a 3.5. You see the name of the weed, the date it was born, the date that the fucking store got it. You shoot the exact address of the place it was born at, the website if you want to look the motherfucker up. What? I got very spoiled in Seattle.
It's too regulated.
So coming here and seeing what the fuck they doing, I'm just, of course, I gotta smoke. You know what I'm saying? And like I tell people,
you really got bested of both worlds.
I give everybody, like how I used to do back in the day with my drug dealers. I give everybody a try, but as soon as you play me, I give you a whole break. Like, we good, player.
Wow.
We good.
You live two tales of the cannabis world.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I used to do that to niggas. I remember I back in the day where the motherfucker would try to play me for some kind of nickel dime back. Shoot, when I would walk past him 20 times and he'd know I smoke weed and he'd be looking at me like, oh, you're not gonna buy weed for me? Nah, nigga, I'm done with you.
Mm-hmm. You're burnt.
And the same thing happened with this girl with the 2.9. It was a place that I happened to discover. Let me tell you how I even found the place. A newspaper out here called the New York Post did an article about different, illegal cannabis dispensaries that are popping up, but they're illegal because technically they don't have the license to be open in New York State. That has not been decided as of yet. So these places are open based on whatever, wording they decide to put on their paperwork. You know what I'm saying? So I decided to check out these places. And in the midst of checking out this place, I bumped into this particular spot called what is it? Canna Culture. So bumped into them just because a dude was happened to stand in front of it and was like, yo, this is a weed dispensary, you want to check it out? And I looked at him like, word, you should have told me before you saw me passing you. Went in there, checked it out, bought some weed, and I said, okay, this is a cool place. I'm gonna keep buying weed in here. Cool. Been going there for a couple times. Last time I went in there, I bought 7 grams of some I think it was gelato or some purple something. Either way, bought it, brought it home, put it on the scale. The shit was 6.9. And we happened to I took a picture of it, talked about it on our IG page and all that. And the next time I went there, literally it was, I said to myself as I was going there, I said, yo, I'm gonna show her the picture and just talk to her. And I'm thinking that we gonna have a regular woman to woman conversation. And matter of fact, when I went in there was nobody in the store. So I was double glad there was nobody in the store, because I was like, okay, that makes it, makes it real clear that I'm not trying to embarrass you or me or nothing. So I said, yo, listen, check this picture out. You see this? Last time I bought, we here, I put it on the scale and the shit came up to 6.9. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, I just wanted to show you because, I do spend my money here and, I ain't trying to make a scene or nothing, but and I don't want you to think I took weed. I'm grown. I'm too grown for that. So I'm showing you because I put it all on the scale and it was missing. It just says 6.9. She was like, oh, well, there is only 1 point missing. So whatever, the next bag you buy, I'll do a little, I'll make sure it's 7. I was like, and as soon as she did that, I literally looked at her, I was like, oh shit.
You one of those.
You upset. And I came in here on some genuine shit with you. Like, right. I'm okay, cool. You know what? You're right. I came in here to buy a smoke. I'm gonna buy it. I bought the smoke that I bought, left, took it home, put it on a scale. The shit was exactly 7. I was like, cool. And I literally said to myself, yes, me and your relationship done. We done. You ain't
Right.
never gonna get because
And she could have just, she
because
could
you
have
didn't
made it
have to
so
do that.
easy.
All you had to say was, "Oh, word, you know
I'm
what,
so
my
sorry.
bad." You know what
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
saying?
make sure,
'Cause
and I'll give you a little extra.
I ain't no
Right.
kid. I ain't nobody trying to G you with nothing. And I spent enough money by today because it wasn't like that was my first visit. That was like by that, it was like my 10th visit. Like I've been there a couple times. You know what I'm saying? I done had conversations with people. You know what I'm saying? People automatically, as soon as they see me, they're like, "Oh, what's good?" Sure. You know what I'm saying? That's the chick from the podcast. They, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So
Is she the owner?
no, she was just a chick that worked there, like literally.
I think you should give them one more chance and just report her to the people you know, that because I feel like it wasn't the place. If their product was good, and
Well,
because
their
I feel
product is
like
definitely
she
on
was
point. Their prices
the
is
wrong
on point.
representative.
Everything. It's just like I said, like you fucked me when you don't pay me. If I don't get the 7, I'm going to tell you. And I literally, and the main thing I said to her was like, "Yo, I'm so glad it's just me and you, so we could just talk between me and you."
Right,
like,
you did come,
I don't want, I don't want this to be no scene. And
She
the
was
way
embarrassed.
it came off, it was like, nah, fuck that. It was just one point. You talking shit about one point. Yeah, I'm talking shit about my money.
Yeah.
Right.
My money, bitch. Yes,
Exactly.
my money.
And I hope that lady watches this, and I hope you really get your customer service on, because that's just not the respect, you know.
And that's what I said. Like that's how I deal with drug dealers. It's like I'm not calling it weed a drug because weed ain't never gonna be a drug to me. But I'm like, yo, all you got to do is act wrong with me once. I'm giving you once, like, bitch. We in New York City. There's so much weed everywhere. Like, ain't no fucking way I got to come back to you and deal with any kind of attitude, liquor girl.
Customer service is so
As
important.
soon as she did that, I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna pay for what I'm paying for because that's why I'm here. And then we good, fam.
And I'm pretty sure the other employees like, yo, have y'all seen, like, where you been at? You know what I'm saying? Like, it only takes one person to fuck it up.
That's all it takes with me. When it comes to my ganja, that's all it takes with me. Because again, like Ruby, it made it clear. Because I don't even, in my head, I don't even pay attention to how much money I spend because it's a necessity to me. It's a bill. I tell anybody, this is a bill I pay for. It is what it is. But but we spend a lot of money, so therefore you're gonna put some respect on my name, like your man said. You're gonna put some respect on my name. You're not gonna tell me 6.9 is all good and still take my $70 or my $80. You're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that. We gonna talk about it. And
she's lucky you even bought it.
I see you later. I could go buy some weed somewhere else. Real talk. And you could give 6.9s to whoever the fuck come in here. Ain't gonna be me though. Ain't gonna be me.
That's like saying here's a 4 quesadilla and you get 3.
Basically, like, bitch, what are you doing? Like, I paid for this. And literally the other place, because the other place, the last 2 times I bought weed at Weed World, I put that shit on the scale, is exactly 3.5, exactly what the fuck I paid for. Yes. Yeah. The fuck? That's what the fuck I'm supposed to get, what I paid for.
I say this, if the owner finds this out, I'm pretty sure they'll let her go, because that's a poor representation of their business. And I'm pretty sure everybody's not like that. So when they do see this, this is real. Yeah, these are real. Like, this is like a Yelp review. You know what I'm saying? Like every review counts. Like, so it's their loss.
Indeed.
I base decisions off of reviews sometimes, whether I'm going to eat somewhere or not.
Again, it's like, it's the power of the dollar. It's like no, I'm not coming here. And again, especially in my thing, especially if I make an effort to definitely come at you on some real quiet shit.
It was the respect you gave, and it wasn't even given.
That's a turn off immediately. And I'm looking at you like, it's all good, friend. You stay here, I will go there and there and there, but never here.
And you know what's crazy? A lot of people don't realize this, but the black dollar is the most powerful dollar. Did you know that Black people spends the most money in the entire world?
Yeah.
So
Indeed,
just imagine if
indeed we do. And you can hear the fireworks in my background.
And people our own people treat our own black dollars like it's crazy.
It's circulating within your community as much as you can is the goal.
Yeah,
as much as you can.
People talk about it all the time. You know what I'm saying? The money that we spend on other things, the money that we spend on ourselves. And they also talk about how certain companies, you know what I'm saying, they you know, depending on how they're pricing, you know what I mean, they'll talk about that. But at the same time, you gotta look at people and say, yo, if somebody is setting the price, that's the fucking price. Like, you don't go up in fucking Nike when you go and buy Jordans and the nigga say Jordan costs $280. You tell him I only got 150. He gonna look at you like, well, I'm gonna need you to come back when you got the rest because these Jordans cost $280.
Right.
We also need to respect that too. Like, you know what I mean? Some people try to come at Black people businesses like, oh, your price is too high. But when you go and spend money on Ferragamo and Gucci, why you can't spend the same money on me? And I'm not even asking you what Ferragamo and Gucci asking you for. Never mind Balenciaga trying to sell old work boots for $2,000. I'm gonna stop talking about Balenciaga. No. Because they've been because the last couple days they've been kind of pissing me off because I just got this new job and it's right across from the Balenciaga store and it's like, hold up, y'all got the nerve to sell $2,000 work boots that 30 Mexicans already wore? Okay, wow.
No, but they do that. They do that.
We're offended that we can't even go in there and judge because as soon as we go in there, the security gonna look at us and say, "Oh, you're not coming in here to buy shit, right, nigga? I just want to come in here and judge these dirty ass $2,000 work boots. I want to come in here and judge them, but apparently you're not gonna let me in. All right."
Yeah, and apparently they burn these luxury places, designer labels will burn the rest of their stock so that they don't have to discount it. And so it's this luxury game is ridiculous. Like seriously, like Louis Vuitton burns like old season shit.
Wow.
Wow. Other ones do too. It's just it's creating that. And plus these brand names are really meant for middle class people who want to look wealthy. Because rich people ain't going and buying stupid shit like that all the time. They're investing and they're
baby. When I'm rich, I'm still shopping at Target. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. And let me tell you something. Let me find out you ain't gotta be rich to shop at Target because Target, baby, Target.
It's the best store.
Target, low key, be taking all your money. Or no, low key. If you walk in there and call yourself picking up 3 things and then walking out with 100 things, it's really not your fault. The air in Target be telling you buy shit. Buy shit. I swear to God, it's so evil in there. I control myself because I go in there to buy the toilet, the flushable wipes because I love those motherfucking shits. But I be telling myself, okay, listen. All you want is the flushable wipes. You don't want nothing else. You're not carrying a whole bunch of shit. You don't got a whole bunch of money. Think about it. Just walk to the aisle where the wipes are, get them, walk to the motherfucking register, pay for them, and get the fuck out the store. Get the fuck out the store.
The pep talk.
It's a whole pep talk for Target. It's a whole pep talk. Word. Oh man, I love this. I love that we.
Me too. This was really great. This was definitely motherhood and marijuana tonight. I really love it.
Yeah, because we really talk about sex.
Because the first one we did more sex.
At the end of the day, know what? It's true. We gonna talk about sex when it's shit, because we're gonna talk about sex when all of us have reached that point where it's like, okay, everything is together. Everything is, you know what I'm saying? I got this job going right here. I got this savings going.
People need to fuck too.
I got plans to go here and do this. We got, you know what I mean? We're gonna be doing this.
We gotta no, I mean, the reason why I haven't had sex lately is because I've been so depressed. I tried masturbating when I was in the shelter, like everybody was asleep and shit. And oh, this is so funny. And I just felt so dirty. Like I felt like a dirty bitch because I'm like, you're shit. And I didn't even have my own room. I was in a community area downstairs in a basement with moms and kids.
Oh, damn.
All of the couples got the rooms upstairs. You feel me? So I just could not handle it one night. I was just like, oh, I just need to get one off. And even that wasn't enjoyable because I just felt guilty the whole time. Like, oh my God, you nasty bitch.
Fuck that. You needed to get shit. You needed to get it off. But damn, I didn't realize your shit was like that though. Nah.
When I was in the shower by myself, that's when, you know, I did a little bit. And so it's just like, and then I was making this joke, and it's so I just said it, like homeless people need to fuck too. And it sounds demeaning, I'm sorry, but it's just something that I blurted out, and I happen to blurt it out again. So if anyone's watching this, please don't hang me for this. I just mean
it's like, where do they get their privacy from? That's kind of how I took it. Because when you are homeless, where can you really get a sense of peace and privacy? So that's how I took it. So
and at the same time, it wasn't like you know what I mean, because I differentiate, you know, that level of homeless with you know what I mean, because the fact is we see people on the streets that literally that's their life, like they in the street and that's their fucking life. So however the fuck they have sex, shit, that shit, nigga, you the fuck you worried about having sex? You sleeping on the corner? Fuck out of here. No, but me you being in a situation where you trying to, you know what I'm saying, where you basically, you know, it's like the median, the middle section before you move up. You know what I mean? At that point, you like, yo, I'm in the middle. I'm doing everything I need to do. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm making sure everything is okay. Why the fuck can I have a nut? Like, nigga, I want a little nut here and there. And really, like, and my situation, I actually had. I mean, it wasn't a communal place. I definitely had a section with me and the kids had the back section, and I had the front section. But it was just like a big ass room with just like the kitchen and the bathroom in the middle, and the kids was in the back and I was in the front. But there wasn't really no privacy. The only privacy was in the bathroom. So and I definitely couldn't have anybody come and see me because the whole COVID section was like, no, you can't even have anybody come and visit you. So literally any level of sex was not had in there at all. So it was just like, so, but at the same time, you're like, yo, why not? I need a nut too, motherfucker.
Post-nut clarity is a real thing.
And that's how the sanity starts to back everything fucking up and make you fucking go crazy. Like, I need a release. Like, again, there has to be releases. So don't feel bad, shit. Just shit. You had to do what you had to do in order to fucking stay sane, girl. The fuck.
And you know what? Shout out to transient communities everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Some people just choose not to be on the grid. Some people choose to, you know, break away from society. Mm-hmm. And so, hey, if you watching this too, we love y'all too. Get some of them flushable wipes and, you know, go to town and, you know, take care of yourself. We all deserve that shit. You know?
Word, even if you gotta steal them from the store, cause shit, the fuck.
We won't tell.
Shit, ain't nobody, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Some of the stores don't be paying attention. but we not recommending it. We not recommending it. We just saying. Allegedly.
And if you're gonna steal from Walmart.
Oh, yo, real talk. Oh my God.
Because Target not having that.
Yeah, because Target be having real police walking around that motherfucker. So Target,
Right.
yeah, that's
Right.
what I'm saying. But
I love Walmart too, because they kind of like that.
but
That
no,
when you can't find
Walmart.
it at
Oh my
Target, you
God.
can find it at Walmart.
Oh
I'm
my
just saying,
God, when I lived in Seattle,
evil.
my daughter Africa would come home every time from Walmart. She would have something that she'd be like, nah, I ain't pay for that. I'd be like, well, shit.
Yeah. You give yourself a discount.
Fuck it. It is what it is.
Right.
Certain shit don't need to be paid for. It is what it is. But we not recommending it though. I'm just saying.
Joking.
I mean, we not recommending it or snitching or nothing. You don't.
Boo-boo.
I mean, whatever you do to make sure your family got clean, and you know what I mean. Because shit, certain times I ain't gonna lie, there was times where shit back in the day where I would go to the fucking dollar store and I would only have $10, but shit, there was $15 worth of things in my bag because bitch, there's sometimes that dollars couldn't stretch, and I had to make sure my family had what they needed. So what the fuck? So I'm not recommending. We not recommending it, but whatever you got to do to get your family right, get your family right.
We don't judge you.
Nobody judging you while you in your house eating and taking care of your kids. Word. But yo, I love this. Yo, real talk. This was a fucking great time, and we've been going. I've damn near doing the time and shit.
But sometimes you need conversations like this. I thank y'all. Sometimes y'all leave me speechless. I don't be knowing what to say. It's just really nice to speak with like-minded people, right. Not just about marijuana, but just about life and
about life. That's why we created this space. Because the space has never been about just marijuana. Yes, we smoke a lot of weed. The fuck out of here. But and yes, we fuck. I mean, hello.
There's layers to it, and we promote self-love and body.
But we promote self-love. We promote safe space. We promote a space where you can talk about whatever is going on in your life. Because again, this is also a release for somebody, for us, for everybody. Yeah. Again, it's all a release. It's all a way to fucking stay sane. It's all a way to stay out of fucking jail. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. To not murder a motherfucker.
That's true. That's
straight
so
up. To not forget about
so many
responsibilities. To not cuss out the whole boss. Like, look here, you know what? I don't really like the fact that I got to come here and look at your stupid ass. You know.
I tell people it's really like a muscle relaxant. It's like a really good muscle relaxant.
It really is. And speaking about muscle relaxers and holistic things, if you're watching this right now, hit up Nicole. She also travels to you. If you got a budget, she'll get you right. And she complements her whole experience with cannabis. No, not every motherfucker can do that. Not only do they not do that, but they don't have the education or the experience to help you through that. So for real, hit up Nicole. She comes highly recommended, and we can't wait to get our shit. We're just trying to get our shit in order.
And not for nothing, one of the main topics that I talk about, because when I go out in the street and I got on my shirt and people are asking me and I'm giving out my card, I most definitely, I tell them that, yes, we drop episodes every week. And one of the episodes that I talk about is the episode with you. And I make sure and tell them, yes.
Thank you.
Just right here in Washington, D.C. is a whole cannabis massage. You know what I'm saying? Go to the episode. You see her information is right there. Right there in the fucking description.
Fly this queen out.
We talk about all our episodes, but I make sure to mention that one.
Well, I think I could come up to you guys sooner. Nice. I'm about to start doing self-massage classes.
Okay.
And I partner with different vendors. So let's say somebody do cannabis and food. I'm doing cannabis and massage and something else. And I was thinking if I can do a New York location, maybe you guys can do interviews in there for your episode. We can hit like
Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm saying
like you
real
can
talk,
like I want you to be in the class, but also doing your podcast while you're in the class, like how you were at Stone.
Yeah,
That's powerful.
definitely. Like, yo, real talk. Like I said, there's a lot of different venues that involving cannabis popping up out here. Like one, I think you would probably be perfect for would be. Matter of fact, you should look them up.
All right, let me write it down.
Puff, Puff Paint and Peace. Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. Or Ruby. The reason why, because yes, my good homegirl Valencia, she told me about it because they are a location right down the street from her house, and then another location on 2nd Avenue and 113th in Harlem. It's like I said, Puff Paint and Peace. And they literally sell weed, of course, but they also have a section where, you know what I mean, they do events and they have paintings that different artists have done already that they you can go in there and buy if you want to.
Oh, that sounds fun.
You know what I'm saying? So if you so honestly, like if you kind of, I think if anything, you should hook up.
Yeah,
with
because
them,
all I would do is just come up and do the chair massage in the garden while they're using the products provided there.
Exactly.
So that's how I don't have to worry about.
And then you would have a section where you could do the massage and still and they would still be able to puff and still do their own painting and shit like that.
Exactly.
Yes, definitely hit them up. Like I said, they on Instagram. They on Instagram and
good shit, Queen.
If you
thank you so much.
That's how I found them too. Because when my homegirl told me about the location that's down the street from her, when I went there, the location was closed. But the location that I found on Google, which is on 2nd Avenue and 113th. You know what I mean, that one was open. So like I said, if you either look them up on Instagram or Google, contact them and see if you could do something with them. That would be
okay.
And I'd be all up in that.
Definitely. Definitely.
Hell yeah, let me get my money right and I'll be all up in that too. I have a couple of friends in New York, including my queen right here. So it sounds like a good time.
Like I said, and they're one of the people like I said, a lot of these locations type things like that are starting to pop up. But I think based on what you do, I think that would be perfect. Real talk.
Okay, I'm going to get on that. I would like to do maybe like fall. Would that be good for you, Ruby? Travel time?
Oh my God, that'd be perfect. That's when I want to go out there anyway.
Yeah.
Because I want to do a tour. That's how I got the idea from somebody who does sound bath healing, those big bowls.
Fuck
and he goes on a tour and he does that while he does massage. So I was like, oh, I can do
that's a dream.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
And I want to call the tour Fuck Them Kids, because we know we know the end of the summer, we fed up, right? And we ready for them to go to school. We stressed out. So I want to call it Fuck Them Kids.
I love it.
Man, listen, it'll be just like that fucking reel on Instagram. It's like, what until you say fuck them kids, you ain't spent enough time with your kids. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And it'd be nice for the parents, just to and that's how we can celebrate parenthood, motherhood, and be like, come to this event and whatnot. So I'm trying to start it in DC. I'm going to rent out a space. I found out my neighbors in my apartment building do vegan cannabis food. All vegan,
girl.
And they like to travel, so I'm like, this can work. They could come with me to New York, blah blah blah. So that's the go. Because she showed me she made like some scallops. It was like vegan scallops. I never knew you can make scallops vegan with cannabis in it.
Okay.
Yeah, like they can make anything, like, and they make more like Southern comfort Louisiana food, but it's vegan with cannabis. It blew my mind.
That sounds like heaven.
Exactly. And that's why I was like, that's all I want to promote is just holistic healthiness with cannabis. I made some tincture juices and I made them out of cold compressed healthy juices. It was like ginger, beetroot, and like
Nice.
lemon with cayenne pepper. And it was the fact people were messed up because they was like, damn, it's not like regular juice. It's healthy, but it's getting me high. And I was like, that's the point.
I love
Why can't
that.
we be healthy and high at the same time?
Again, and those are the and literally you bring. I'm pretty sure you present that to them. I refuse to believe they wouldn't jump on that motherfucker.
Oh, they are.
That would be
so I'm going to ask them to come with me up to New York, so that way they can be in charge. Because all you need is food. I got a DJ who will travel too, because he's my DJ.
Nice.
He's my DJ he creates all the music for Cannamist. So when you see me playing a lot of lo-fi and I play my own playlists and stuff like that, that's the DJ. So I don't mind I just want to have a crew where we all travel and do it or whatever. But I would love to collaborate with you guys just so y'all can be in the middle of it and have
please
your show
include us.
Oh, hell yeah, we shit. Like I said, shit. If you need, like I said, whatever you need, if you have fucking some shit you want me to fucking go talk to him, whatever, you know what I'm saying. But like I said,
I would love that to speed things up.
That's what I'm saying. Definitely. Yeah. But my point is definitely hit them up and
I am.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Tell them you know me. Tell them I've definitely been there and shit like
that. Where do you tell them your government name or do you go by?
No, I go by Kai Storm. I mean, every time I've been there, I've walked in there with the podcast shirt. So they know they know of me. You know what I'm saying? So they definitely know of me. So you know what I mean? So definitely a good business idea. You know what I mean? And I damn sure back you up at whatever you need. Definitely.
Thank you. Okay, now I'm gonna get on top of that because you know it's about to be fall before you know it. So
exactly.
So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and set that up immediately because I wanna start. I just want to go to DC, New York, and then go to Miami because I have a plug down there who does these amazing cereal, but he could take any cereal, Raisin Bran to Lucky Charms, and he puts it in like, like those bath bombs. But it's real cereal. And you know how you make like a marshmallow and it's a big ass, it look like a bath bomb, but it's real cereal and you eat it. It's a cannabis ball, like a cereal ball.
Oh,
you know how big them bath bombs be? That's how big the damn.
Oh damn!
That's awesome.
Right? Yeah, it's like eating a miniature bowl.
There is so many different ways to make.
That's so dope, and we have connects in Florida too. Diana, right? Or yeah, she's between Florida and Oklahoma. She has Fuego magazine. She just dropped that, and so we could all team up and stuff. I'm so excited. I feel like. Ready.
So that's all I'm really working on. That's what future Cannamist. I'm working on just that and just doing table massages. I'm still doing my show, but I kind of do it here and there. But that's my baby project.
That's definitely that tour would definitely be hot. Real talk.
Yeah, because I gotta get out of DC. I'm drowning in my city. I need some space, and I keep telling
the world is so vast. You're so deep too. We all need you.
Yeah.
And like I said, because everything is growing so fucking fast out here, like literally these places are popping up everywhere. Like they're just literally growing. So by the time, you ready to roll through, it's gonna be some new shit that you're gonna have to check out and add to your plate, like real talk.
Because I saw on Instagram, I don't know if you've seen it. It was a class where they were paying to learn how to ride dick. It was on like the Shade Room. It's a class that teaches you how to properly ride dick, and you bring like your pillow. And I was like, I was like, oh hell no! If she can do a class on riding dick, I can do a class on how to get high and massage yourself.
You are dang right about that. And you know what? Motherhood Sex Marijuana is to teach a class on how to suck dick. Too.
I mean, first of all, hold on. The way that they put these things, because I said the same shit about TV because they had some shit about people fucking hoarding just garbage in their house. And it's like, yo, they got all kind of different TV shows. They giving everybody a TV show. I mean, 16 and Pregnant, he's actually still in their 3rd, 5th, 25th season.
Right.
What's up with that? And yes, so all this fuckery is on TV. And you telling me that they having a class on, so somebody need a class? Somebody, that's sad.
In the video, it looked like it was about 70 women. They have a tour already and it's sold out. I swear to you, look it up. I was on the Shade Room. That's how I got the idea. I was like, what the hell? I thought it was fake, but it was real. It's a real, like how, you know, people do yoga joints. You come out, it's real, like teach you how to ride dick the proper way.
The Get Money Award goes to.
And I said, well, shit.
Exactly. I want to know who the instructor, who the so-called.
I'm just saying, who is this instructor? That's what I'm gonna look up to find out.
You know, anointed for this.
What they look like? What they got a free 15 seconds so I can see what you claim you teaching the people? Because if it look like you ain't teaching right, I'm gonna have to talk about. I'm gonna say no, yeah, that don't look right. So that's
the beauty, though. I mean, clearly they're doing something.
What? That's what I'm saying. Like people paying money for it, so they found their niche.
I spent hours on pimple popping videos, so there's an audience for everything.
Look, I need to look at. I try to pop one too.
I mean, shoot, I ain't gonna lie. I even on my personal YouTube channel, I talked about this reality show that was on fucking. Was it? Yeah, it was on Bravo. Talking about no, I think it was VH1. Love Match Atlanta, because the matchmakers. There was one matchmaker that she charged $3,000 to $5,000 to get you a boyfriend. Then the other one, they charge you fucking $25,000 to get you a boyfriend. And then the other one charge you $50,000 to get you a boyfriend. And then if she gets you a boyfriend and then he proposed to you and you getting married, she willing to sell you a wedding dress for $30,000. Now, literally, one of the main reasons I was watching and talking about it on my personal YouTube channel, because I was just like, wait, you paying all that money to get dick? Wait. No. Slow down and explain to me slow. You have to pay all that money to get what? No, wait. Talk to me. Wait. I trying to understand.
Hey, we'll help you for $50. You need some dick, I got you for $50, honey. That's funny. Like, hilarious.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of fluff. It sounds like a lot of bull.
and these people, that's how they make their money, matchmaking. I said, oh my God, I couldn't.
That's why I said, fuck this.
All that money, I don't know. I think I could just pay. I don't know. I think I would just pay. No, I would pay.
I'm about to be like, move yourself, touch yourself. I'm about to fuck that. I'm about to be the Beyonce of marijuana.
Like, and I'm looking at myself, but wait, I look cute. I can't get one for free. Wait.
Well, at least we're presenting something that we truly believe in and that we're all about. You know what I'm saying? We're not just trying to make money off of people. I mean, money these days is just a tool, right?
Exactly.
It's more about what fulfills us, our purpose. And it shows also in like, I would say in our creative genius. And so I'm excited, Nikki, please let us know. We can have a whole tour going on.
Absolutely.
Yes, thank you.
Sex Marijuana will be all up in that, you know what I mean?
Thank you.
All up in that.
Just, we're glad for you to be, for you to be part of this monumental moment. You know what I mean? We gonna end the episode here because you know what I mean. I definitely know it's getting late, and we can just keep going and going. But if we don't, you know what I mean.
We're gonna
I
save
can talk
some for
to y'all
later.
tomorrow.
We're gonna save some for later.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the fact is, I'm pretty sure when this tour come through and all that comes out of through the fruition of it, we're gonna be definitely taping that, and definitely that's gonna be part of season 4, because you know what I'm saying. So that's just a blessing, and this conversation needed to happen, and I'm glad it happened. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Thank you
glad you were
so
part of
much.
it.
Y'all
Thank you.
y'all do not understand how
Definitely
much that means to
appreciate your
me. Thank
time.
you.
You know,
Thank
course,
you.
Queenie,
Because I
you're
don't know nobody
deserving.
up in New York. So, and you know, I didn't know
Now
nobody
you
like that
do.
up there. So I just I thank you so much.
we appreciate you too, Queen. Definitely. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And on that note, shit,
Motherhood
Section
Section
1 in the
1
motherfucking building, season 3. We did it, yo.
Yes,
And
we
season 4
did.
gonna be fucking hot. Be in the
Lit.
building for that. Be in the building for that. Subscribe if you ain't subscribed.
We love y'all.
Love all of y'all. Everybody sleep well. Everybody rest well. We walking into our $1 million year. Remember that.
Love yourself.
Walking into our $1 million year.
Yes. Thank you, Nick and Nicole. Love you,
You're
Mom.
welcome. My pleasure. You please
Absolutely.
be blessed as well.
Be blessed.